Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm here to swatch some of the newly launched shades from the Maybelline Super Stay Lumi-Matte foundation. I know it already exists in the market. Earlier they had 10 shades, but now they have launched 5 more shades to make it more inclusive for Indian audience and especially for brown skin girls. I'll be swatching the 5 new shades for you guys and some of the shades I had from earlier. And here are our beautiful foundations. I absolutely love this packaging. Feels so luxe. I love this lavender cap and just the shade and everything what's written on the packaging makes it so easier for you to find your shade, and even just looking at the foundation you can guess your shade. This makes it so easy, I guess. Just for the reference, I'm in shade 115 in this Lumi-Matte range, while in MAC Studio Serum Foundation range I am in shade NC 17.5. I hope you find these reference helpful while I am swatching all the shades for you guys. This foundation is available on Nykaa and Tira. It retails for rupees 8.99. You get 30 ml of product, which is quite nice for the quantity. Trust me guys, this will last you more than 6 months and it's like you are never gonna finish this product. Now that they have included more shades, I think it will be easier for everyone to get their shades. They have catered to all the undertones and skin tones as well. You can see the breakdown here. They have shades for warm, cool and neutral undertones. For warm undertone they have around 8 shades, while for cooler undertones they have 4 shades, and neutral they just have 3 shades. The packaging feels so luxe. This lilac cap, and it has Super Stay engraved on it, which makes it look so premium for the price. Like, it's just 900 rupees foundation, but it gives a feel to it like it's some high-end product. It has a sleek glass packaging which feels quite sturdy. Comes with a pump applicator which is easier to just dispense the product. So yeah, overall it's an amazing product. I absolutely love its packaging. Now let's quickly move on to your favorite part, that is the swatches. So you get better understanding of the undertones, and that way you can decide which is your shade more effectively. So here are all the hand swatches in natural light. My shade is 115, which has a neutral cool undertone. It took me a while to guess right shade for me. I bought both 115 and 120 to find my perfect undertone, and finally I have settled on to 115. The 120 also matches my skin tone, but when I tried 120 it was kind of my perfect match at first glance, but later on I felt it kind of made me look little on the darker side. So I thought whenever I'm wearing foundation I prefer one shade lighter, and that's why I stuck to 115. I thought this is my perfect match. After oxidation it looks like the perfect tone and match for me. So that was all about the swatches. I have mentioned all the shades, and now we'll swatch my shade on my face, so you get to see the texture and finish of the foundation. So I'll be swatching these 3 shades on my face, that is 115 and 120, 125. These are meant for fair skin tones with cool, warm and neutral undertones. So it will help you decide better if you are my skin tone, which undertone you should go for. Especially for fair skin girlies, you can check out these 3 shades. First shade I'm swatching is 125. This kind of look a little darker on me. Next shade we have is 120. Finally, here's my shade 115. Because I prefer one shade lighter whenever I'm wearing my foundation, so that's why I thought this shade will be my perfect match. And here's our shade 115. Do you see the difference in tones? It might look a little lighter right now on my face, but when it oxidizes, it's like my perfect match. It has slightly cooler tone. I usually prefer neutral tones, but I don't know, with this foundation I felt cooler tone looked better on me after I've tried all the 3 shades. But whenever I feel like I want something less visible, like my skin but better kind of day, that's when I go for shade 120. So here are all the swatches for fair skin tone on my face. This is shade 125, then we have 120 and 115. Right now I have nothing on my face except some eye makeup, lipstick, that's all. I haven't even used a concealer, so I can show you the foundation, its texture and how the finish looks after application. So here I'll be swatching my shade, which is 115. I'm taking some at the back of my hand. You just need around 1 pump for like full face, this much quantity, and I think this is enough for me. But if you want more coverage, of course you can go for one more pump. Now let's show you the swatch. This is how I like to apply my foundation. I dot it all over my face. First time I'm only applying it on one side of my face, so you can see how it looks with and without the foundation. You see, I still have some left. Now let's blend this. You know, it's so easy to blend this, like it melts into your skin instantly. Do you see that? You know, I'm not even putting on any effort, it just melts so beautifully. The texture, I would say it's very serum kind. That's why I feel it melts so easily into your skin. You can see I have applied one layer of foundation and it looks so natural. You won't even able to tell like if I have foundation on. You can see the difference clearly. This side looks more even toned and still dewy. You can see it's slightly dewy out here and feels like my skin but better. So this is the kind of finish it gives. If you want more coverage, of course you can go for another layer which will give you, you know, flawless look. You can see the texture of this foundation is so watery, lightweight. You can even use your hands to apply this foundation and it will give you the same application as hands, because it's, you know, such a beautiful formulation that makes it so easy to apply. You can see even with hands it just blended so easily. Of course with hands you'll have you know, trouble reaching out some points, but again this applies beautifully even with your hands. So this side I've used brush which gives more natural finish, I would say. With hands of course you tend to get more coverage, but I feel the glow this side with the brush is even more while compared to hand application. So you can choose the way you want, how you want to apply your foundation. It feels like skin tint and not your, you know, heavy foundation. That's the thing I like about this foundation, and that's why it's one of the most reach out product. You know, whenever I'm going out on a casual day or you know, somewhere even fancy like a party or a wedding, I still reach out to these foundation for both of the occasions. It has got a medium to full coverage. the coverage is very buildable. You can build it according to your need or mood. See, I have 2 layers of foundation on, but still it looks so natural. It gives that flawless finish without looking cakey or patchy. Once it sets, it becomes completely matte, but still gives you that cloud skin finish with blurred effect, little glow, and still matte on other areas. So I think this is the perfect natural looking foundation. Just love this glow. So even in this humid weather, I wore this foundation continuously for 6 to 8 hours on my shopping day and still it left intact all those hours. 8 hours it didn't budge at all, but I could see this beautiful glow, and the foundation kind of then melted into my skin like it was my skin but with such a beautiful blurred out glow, which is something I would die for. It looks so beautiful after 6 to 8 hours. I'll try to put a picture somewhere here where you can see how it looked after few hours of wear time. Because I smile a lot, I feel I see creasing around my mouth area with most of my foundation, but with this one I didn't see any creasing or cracking of the foundation around my mouth area. So which is something really impressive I noticed with this foundation. My final thoughts about this Maybelline Super Stay Lumi-Matte foundation, I would say it has impressed me a lot. I would rate this 4.5 out of 5. I think there is nothing bad about this foundation or any con that I have seen. It's like perfect to me. That's why I have used so much of this foundation already. In Indian market, this is like one of the best foundation in affordable range. I think everyone should have this foundation in their vanity if you love something like skin like. Even if you want medium to full coverage, this is like perfect buy, because you can definitely apply more layers of this foundation to get full coverage. And this feels lightweight, blends seamlessly, and now they have so many shades. I think everyone can find their shade easily. Earlier they were limited to like 10 shades, so that's why it's difficult for people to like find out their shade. If they were on the darker side, easier for people to find their shades. Though they can definitely include more shades, like nowadays in 2025 makeup brands have like 20 to 25 shades, so definitely Lumi-Matte range can include more shades, but right now I think they have like good shade range, at least for my skin tone. I can't say much about the darker skin tone. So that's it for this foundation review. If you found this video helpful, definitely give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to share it with your friends and family. And of course, you have to subscribe to my channel for more such amazing videos. See you next time. Till then, bye.